prayer of Amun-Rayay, written by Pisces. The cooks of the Amun-Rayay, Unabad Momadu, Umadea, Umunteru, Lee Panan Zaman, Wakat, Pisces. Kalel Hamada, Ater Le Amun-Rayay, Natar Shilil, Pa Patat, Upa Taha, Anuke, Nuwapu. I trust by way of Amun-Rayay and his master teachers and his papyri and his wonder for this day and time on the Bab Yanun. All praises are for Amun-Rayay, the Thar, overseer of the heavens and the earth. I am Nuwapi.
Thank you, son. All right, that first spiritual experience, anybody like to share with us? To open up?
Yeah, I got one.
Okay.
Go ahead, sister.
Okay, thank you. I gotta have two. One is, Amun, did you get my testimony in my CashApp?
Yes.
Like the day? Okay, I just want to make sure.
Bless your soul. But resend them anyway, because I sometimes you kind of slow when you send the classes and things, and I want to make sure I got the right one.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
So my first spiritual experience has to do with the stuff that's going on in the world. Like when the Iran war started, I had began to have a bit of fear. It was just making me nervous and unsettled, and then every time I was getting on social media, it was just so much negativity and just nasty, evil things that was just coming along. And so I remember, to mind your mind for the jewels of your soul.
Mm-hmm.
And I decided to just post a post, and I started to, what is it called? I forgot what this is called. But I just started to basically, in the mornings, I would just post a post on all my social media, and then I would just limit, like, the app for about 24 hours. And then within that time frame, like, if I wasn't working, or even if I am working, I would just put on past class, listen to the DVDs that you sent, listening to past Panya Babyanun's videos and audios, and then also would just read the books. So basically just studying. And within doing this, like, it really helped me a lot, as in, like, one, I'm gaining a bunch of knowledge. Two, like, it was making me feel a lot better. Like, my mind was getting distracted, or, like, basically just getting more positive information and stuff instead of the negative. And then it was just so much stuff I was, like, learning, or, like, one of the past videos that past class, you said something of the lines of, like, we have come from your past to, like, help your future.
Come again from your past through your future.
Right. And so I was literally seeing that with all the information I was getting, whether that's from, like, the books, the audios, the past class, or, like, the DVDs, like, all this stuff was, like, from the information was, like, years and years ago, even, like, 20 years ago, before I was born, and then, like, just seeing...
Well, it's
like,
deeper. Would you like me to clarify what that means?
Yeah, you go ahead, yeah.
Yeah. Well, coming at you again from your past, we mean your distant, ancient past. And look through antiquity at unearthed ancient cities and civilizations from thousands and hundreds of thousands of years ago, like Sumeria and Egypt. There was a lot of knowledge there, a lot more than you have in the world now. Well, you and I are those same beings that were there, believe it or not. And when you breathe air, the same air that Jesus breathed, you share some of the molecules in that same air, and the water that you drink is some of the same water that they drank, right? Well, that information from the ancient past, those beings, they emerged, many of them, and they returned to the stars. So now, when they came, because their planet was in trouble because they had a lack of gold, the atmosphere was ruptured by a plutonium bomb, by Tanus, a disagreeable reptilian being. They came to Earth and they sped up our genome, sped us up from monkeys into human beings, into people. And that created a lot of problems. You know, when you mix people and animals up, it creates problems, right? Like people that eat folks and this and that and the other, start wars.
Right.
Well, they had to come back again from your past. They're coming back with the same information from your past, but they're coming at you this time through your future. Are you following me? We are coming at you again from your past, ancient past, to your now future. Do you follow me? Now, Walter Amun in California, are you here?
I'm here, Amun.
Remember you called me and said that there were a lot of events happening, that there were over 900 strikes in Iran or something to that effect, and you told me something about the Schumann resonance that was off the Richter scale or something to that effect. Could you repeat what you said?
Yeah, so I talked to you 2 days ago, and, you know, in class, right before I called you, my instructor was talking to us about, you know, kind of the things that's going on around the world and how we've hacked them to kind of, that's part of our, I guess our plan is to get into Iran even more, is to hack them and shut them down by computers, but that's besides the point. And then it led me to an article because I'd woke up that morning just feeling like, you know, like a deep intuition in my stomach, like something was about to happen bad. Then I started to immediately saying, you know, maybe this is something good. That's what I try to do about any kind of situation. I'm feeling like an intuition like that, so a negative intuition. So there were over 900, and I looked online, there were over 900 strikes in 12 hours in Iran. And this is something that usually, let's just say if this is 91 and this is the Gulf War, this probably would have taken us weeks to accomplish. This only took, you know, 12 hours to do 900 strikes. Crazy. Anyways,
press star 1 to claim host privileges for this meeting. Press star 6 to mute or unmute yourself. Press star 9 to raise or lower your hand.
Go ahead, son. I'm sorry. So, I don't know what that was.
No worries. No worries. So, in my deep thinking, I was just like, okay, let me check the Schumann's resonance and see what's going on in the world. You know, if you don't know about the Schumann's resonance, I, you know, suggest you get on it. It's Meteo Agent, and it's spelled just like it sounds, METEOAGENT.com. And you can check their Schumann's resonance every day. So I didn't expect to see what I saw, but when I got on there were C1s, 4.5s, and then high. What that means is, I mean, I'll just say this. Those readings were higher than, well, they hadn't been that high since 9/11. I'll just say that. So that means the whole world was...
You think I could interject something right here, son?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right. What's happening with the Schumann resonance, you know, to try to simplify it, they have created very sensitive instruments, like seismographs that pick up vibration for earthquakes. So you know how animals are on a farm. When there's about to be an earthquake or a violent storm, horses and animals start reacting wildly, what have you. Well, these instruments are sensitive like that, hypersensitive to the consciousness of the people. So like he said, when 9/11 was about to happen, the machines were going offline. They were really raising up. You follow what I'm saying? The needles were fluctuating and going wild, and then as soon as the 9/11 was finished, it died back down and started slowly going back to normal. All right, that's the Schumann resonance. Well, ever since Trump initiated this war in Iran, what he's trying to tell you is that the Schumann resonance has been escalating and going wild, and it hasn't been up that wild since 9/11. So that would, you know, point to an incident or event about to take place seismologically, like 9/11 or World War III. It just also shows you that we as people on a super subconscious level are very conscious of what's happening around us, and we won't let it surface. But your dreams are a way for it to manifest, like Jasmine with her father. You know, but in reality, I want you all to know that at some level of your consciousness, when you stand in a room, you know what's under the paint on the wall. You know what's going to happen tomorrow or next year or what happened yesterday or 1,000 years ago. You know good and evil. And some of us are a lot more sensitive to it. Some of us get a little small tug, you know, a nudge. And some of us get shook real hard, you know, the slightest little, we just will bust out and say, you're an evil ass nigga, you evil. You know what I mean? You know, because to us, it's like a supernova or something going off. And to them, it think it's real, just a little small whisper. You know, like, I know I wasn't doing the right thing, but I didn't think it was, you know, like that or something like, yeah. It was like that.
That's right.
That was an earthquake,
That's right.
nigga. You understand?
That's right.
But that's what's happening now, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, son, but I just want to give them those little light and blind corners for them. That's all. I'm still encouraging them to look up the Schumann resonance, please, and the Mandela effect.
Yeah, because he's right. Everything ties in together. Everything ties in together in terms of the 5D conscious change and shift that we're going through. I mean, the Earth is literally a drum that's being beat. We're the pulse of this world, really. You know, and that's all he's really saying. That's all I'm saying as well. It's just like we are the pulse of this planet, you know, and we literally make this world go round. We really make this, we
create this world and perpetuating it, right.
Absolutely. So every thought, every conscious thought, every time you breathe, you're giving the earth its energy, whether it's good or bad. So,
that's
you know,
right.
I highly recommend that you all go and check the Mandela effect out. That's real. They make subtle changes every day that you don't really pay attention to, but it's happening right around us, like right now. And it's happening in an instant. We are really manifesting these things instantly. As we think it's starting to happen. So this is an indication that we're really shifting and moving into this 5D Earth. There are two worlds on here right now, and we're experiencing both of them, and we're being tugged from each side.
And like young Jasmine said, she made a determination, as did Walter, to make sure that she's on the right side of the ignorant pole when the lights come on, the smoke clear away. And I strongly suggest that those of you that are on the fence and trying to straddle reality, to those of you that are neither hot nor cold, I spew you out of my mouth. Are you following me?
That's right.
Because indecision is a decision. Know that. If you're undecided, that is your decision. And your decision is no. You're going to be left behind. You can't be vague about this. When you look at the alternative realities that's being offered to you, you have, like in politics, this MAGA movement. And these Republicans, with this fake white Christian religion, where black people don't even matter, when the reality of it is that black people are the only ones that did matter historically and do now. Right. You got a reality unfolding for them. They're creating a whole lion counterculture where that black people are monkeys, you know, so that he finds himself on a catbird seat where he's feeling confident enough to put out effigies of two apes and superimpose their ape bodies with the heads of Michelle and Obama on top of them and fly that they're apes. When in reality, those of you that are waking up, dial test, know for a fact that the white man is the goddamn ape. He is the monkey. You follow me? And you don't have to belabor, you know, like prove that or something, because you know I can do that standing on my head till my ears are turning red. You follow what I'm saying? So there's a clear separation, and biblically speaking, it says that help Jesus separate the sheep from the wolves, right? We're in the last days.
That's right.
Or the parable in Matthew that speaks about a farmer that planted only good crops, wheat, and while he slept, a stranger crept in and sowed tares among the wheat. And the stranger came to him and woke him up and said, "Did you not plant only good seed?" He said, "Yea." And the stranger asked him, "Then whence from came the tares?" And he said, "Well, while mankind slept, a stranger crept in and sowed tares among the wheat. And then the servants came to him and said, Bid ye us to go out and uproot the wicked tares? And he said, Nay, because if you do, you also uproot the good wheat. He said again, Nay, wait until the harvest, and the angels will come, and they will separate the wheat from the tares, wrap all the tares in bundles, and burn them in a furnace, and rake all the wheat unto my barn." Now Matthew went on the next page to when the crowds left, and the disciples with Jesus asked him in private, "Master, please declare unto us the meaning or the potency of the wheat and the tares." And he told them that the farmer was the servant of the Most High. The angels were the reapers. The wicked one was the devil, and the children of the wicked one were the children of the devil. And that the harvest was the end of the world, and that to wrap all the tares in bundles was to wrap all the wicked people in bundles and burn them in a furnace, and to rake all the wheat into my barn was to gather all the righteous and bring them into heaven. Now you can look this up. Just type in King James, Google King James, parable of the wheat and the tares, and it'll take you right there. You follow me? But what I'm saying is that a lot of times you have to look back in order to see your way forward. But we are in those days. And like Jasmine said, it's coming at you again from your past to your future, right? For example, when I told you all that when I was out on Tamarin walking in the garage with my then mate, the white devil, Althea Harris, Harris is a fallen angel if you look at the list of them, that Father Bab Yanun and O.J. Wagner, or Bat 10, they were walking up on the levee over top of the garage, and they were side by side. When Father Bab Yanun saw me in the garage, he stopped and bowed way down at the waist to me, right? And me in confusion and humility, I didn't know what to do, so my only response is I bowed back to him. But I want you all to think back a long time ago. Before there was war in heaven, the Most High said, I'm about to create a man of sounding clear black mud, fashioned into shape. That was me. And when I had made complete his form and blown into his nostrils of my breath, you would then all fall down and prostrate, bow to that man. And all the angels in heaven bowed down to him. Except who? Who's the only one didn't bow down?
The blazing.
Yeah.
It blazed.
What about the greatest of all the angels, the most powerful? Did he bow down, Michael?
Sure.
Yes, he did bow down with the rest of them when commanded. So, which angel is it that works through Panabab Yanun and is seated many times firmly in his heart to deliver light messages to the world right now?
Michael.
That's right. Michael. That's why he was bowing down to me. It wasn't Malachi York bowing down. It was the angel Michael. Do you understand?
Sure.
But I do want you all to know that these are very serious times we're in, and it's time to reflect right now and be very clear about your intent and your purpose. Be very clear, because otherwise your future be very vague, and you don't want that. All right. Now, who has that next spiritual experience or that first question?
I have one.
I just wanted to add, too, just one thing before you go, sister, one thing. If you haven't been listening to the OBE playlist that Amuna sent out, I recommend that you listen to those as well, every night, all night. It is great practice for you to get outside of your body at night, while you're traveling. Because we're manifesting things instantly. I can't stress that enough. We're instantly manifesting.
I love you, son.
Everything.
And you're teaching right now. So what he's saying is that you should Google OBE, or out-of-body experiences, guided meditation, how to, play all videos list, YouTube, and keep searching until you find where it says at the top, play all. And on the right-hand column, you got a whole list of out-of-body experience technique videos that when you play the first one, they'll continue to play one after the other all night long while you sleep. And you're going to come out that body, believe what I tell you. And until you come out that body, you're not even going nowhere. Well, I'm telling you, there is no way to physically ascend into a spiritual heaven. Do you understand? Your bank account's not going to help you. How much information you think you acquire or accumulate, how smart you think you are, none of that's going to help you. The spiritual realm is not the same as the physical realm. You follow me?
Cool.
So you have to make that ascension. All right? And then, I love you. Amun, I hear that you got your another healing package for me. Is that right?
I did. Thank you very much. I got it.
Very good. Well, we put it together, but she put the packages and things together and mailed them, so the credit is hers.
I love you.
For getting that to you. But anyway, make sure you're consistent with taking them and with your diet.
Absolutely.
And don't forget that it's important that you laugh a lot.
Absolutely.
Yeah, laugh
all day.
It releases hormones in you that are very good for healing. Also, you all remember that Malachi has another son, not just Abraham, but Malachi has hundreds of children. And one of his children's name is, he used to call himself Prince York. How many of you remember him? He looks just like him.
Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, we remember.
I'll tell you what, if you're here, if you can tell them what Prince York said on the computer on Facebook to a lot of people about me when they asked him about me.
Yeah, I'm here. They asked me about him, and he said that, yeah, I'm aware of the elder, and so what if he moves stars?
That's right. That's a profound statement. In other words, Abraham of the house of who has a brother that was trying to be the Messiah. In fact, he was calling himself Prince York, but when he found about me moving stars and what have you, he started calling himself Prince Amun, and he dropped his daddy's name. You understand? That's how cold-blooded the niggas. They cold as you know, well digging shit. They cold-blooded. But anyway, they're opportunists, you know. But but the point is he and they know it's me. They're not confused. These are people that are walking openly, wide-eyed into the fire. They've chosen, like Jasmine said, to laugh this off like ain't nothing happening. They walking into hell like they're doing something cute and leading as many people with them as they possibly can. For earthly comforts. You understand? And they think nothing of it.
They think nothing of it.
Nothing.
It's sweet and funny.
They think it's funny. And it is until there's no more laughing.
Exactly.
That's right.
All right. Asar, are you here?
Yes, Amun, I'm here.
Did you get a package?
Yes, it came yesterday, and I'm doing what I'm supposed to and send it back to her.
Send it back to her?
Yeah.
What, you need alterations or something?
Yes, the alteration. That's what I got.
Okay, all right. So you discussed this with her already?
Yes.
Okay, well, all right. It must have been too big. Is that it?
No, she told me to make sure I remeasure my regular pants and send it in
she'll fix it. She sent me a measurement, a tape measurement, me measuring. I'm gonna send it in when I do it this tomorrow.
Now let me ask you: Did you get my message about losing at least 100 pounds?
Yes, Moon. Me and my son already was on that. I was
but let me say,
yeah, listen to me though. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just Moon. I'm once a day. We eat once a day, and I walk. Me and my son walk every day, Moon, and I'm eating grapes, green grapes, and green fruits. That's all I was eating to change my whole diet. I done lost about 10 pounds already.
Okay.
But I got the information for the HCG. I've been looking it up.
HCG. Right.
Though I say HCG.
Right, but I don't mean to irritate you, son, but I'm not talking about a diet that people take, a practical diet that you can read about on the internet. I'm talking about a diet strictly for athletes and movie stars, people that have to aggressively lose weight.
Yeah,
and one that I know works because I lost over 100 pounds at one time on it, and so did Khadija, my mate of that time.
Where you went? What place you went and got that at, Amun?
I went to a Dr. Ball here in Georgia.
Okay.
But you don't have to go to a doctor anymore. Wait a minute. You okay, son?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I have the product myself, and I know where to get it. You follow me?
Mm-hmm.
And I know how to use it successfully, where that you lose at least 1 to 2 pounds every single day. But you have to follow a 1,500 to 500 calorie a day diet. And you can't just eat what you think. You don't, like when you eat fruit, it's sugar. You can't eat sweet fruit. And a lot of green things, people think like peas. They're green, but that's really starch. Are you following me? And one bowl of spaghetti can convert easily into a bowl of pure sugar. Starch is easily converted into sugar, which is pounds, right? But if you talk to me, and if you really want my help, I will get that weight off you and your son, or you and anybody that you care about, really quickly and easily. You just have to be disciplined. That's all. Okay.
Okay.
I think you're a big, strong fellow the way you are, and I was a big, strong fellow too, and I don't find anything wrong with that. But I'll tell you, with time, as you get older, did you know that a man that's 400 pounds got the same size heart as a man that's 150 pounds?
Yes. Yes.
Well, just think about the strain on his heart. And then you see what you start realizing is if you don't have it already, you're going to start having type 2 diabetes, and you're going to start having high blood pressure. Are you starting to be affected by those things yet?
Well, I already had high blood pressure since I was young.
Well, I follow you. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But it's not funny. That'll lead to a stroke or heart attack. So I think I would like for you to call me after class. I asked you to do it before, but if you really don't feel comfortable with this, we can leave it alone. But I was guided to tell you that you need to lose that weight. You hear me?
Okay, definitely.
All right. And I want to let you know I'm here with you to help you.
Okay.
All the way on the journey till you get. In fact, I'm starting on another weight loss journey right now as we speak. The same thing, and I was hoping that you and I could start on the same day.
Okay.
The same thing, and call each other every day and start telling the truth. You need to get a scale, a very sensitive scale from like Walmart that'll go up to like 400 pounds or whatever. You know what I mean? Over your weight to make sure, because every scale is not going to weigh you. You know that, right?
Right.
Right. So you need to get a scale that will calibrate your weight, and we'll start calling each other every day and keeping track. It's easier to do it with 2 people or 3 people than it is to do it alone. You hear me?
I got you.
All right. You're not alone, so let's do this, all right?
All right. I'm with it.
All right. I love you.
Now, can I say something?
Yes.
Yeah, that's true, because Amun had helped me. This Kim. Amun had helped me, so you can lose weight by fasting, like he said, changing your diet, eating veggies, or, drinking alkaline water, and staying away from meat, bread, just veggies and fruit, like seeded fruit, and fasting, and you will lose tremendous weight fasting by taking the herbs and drinking alkaline water, and that's it.
That's right. And not only that, but that change of diet and fasting will heal a lot of multitudes of things. Yep. Now, something serious like Kim had, of course, I had to add a regimen of specialized herbs from the jungles of Honduras and my personal spiritual light. Are you following me? But we together, he and I, there was no space between our minds. Like if you have a little resistance on one end, it's not going to work. You follow me? Because the person has any doubt at all. The first thing Jesus would say is, do you believe that I can do this thing? Right? So any kind of doubt that's in your mind is going to block your own healing process. You follow? So don't open up with doubt. And know that I love you all, and I'm here for your best, highest result. All right. That's right. Next question.
Oh, real quick, Brother Asar, I can attest to that.
Go ahead.
Because what he's talking about, I did it a few years ago, and the only thing that I was eating was I had got me like some chicken breasts, the real small ones. And I would eat like one of those, and then I would like eat the green beans, and it really it helps. It does work. It really does work.
Because I know. See, one skinless chicken breast is only 120 calories. See, we were eating 500 calories a day. I know to some people that sounds wild and crazy. They can't even imagine that. They thought they was on a diet. They wasn't on no diet. They was playing. If you're on a diet, you can eat 500 calories a day. If you get 2 skinless chicken breasts and bake them, and you can season them and bake them, and then eat them very slow, and a cup of green beans, snap beans, right? And if you want 2 little bitty breadsticks, other than that, no bread at all. And then if you get hungry after it, you can get an apple. That's 20 calories, right? Or you can eat saltless popcorn for a snack. But a real diet, when you really try to lose weight, it ain't nothing like what black people been conditioned to believe. They're not dieting, they bullshitting. You want to lose real weight? You had to go on a real diet. You understand? And if you're 50 or 100 pounds overweight, God damn it, you need to be on a real diet. Yeah.
Yeah, because that was real. That's what I did. I would go ahead and prepare mine.
Wait a minute.
I won't say about that. I want to testify my testimony about the HCG. I was at 204 pounds when I told Amun about my weight, and he told me about this HCG, and I went on that diet, and I was doing 500 calories per day, and I went from 204 all the way down to 165 in 6 months.
That's right. That's right. And that's not a joke. That's confirmed and factual. I'm talking about what's real. But if you think you're going to go on a lemonade diet and a nigger diet and you're going to lose like exorbitant amounts, like 100 pounds or something, that's a fantasy. You keep hearing people talking about I was on a diet. I tried every kind of diet and it didn't work. As fast as I lost it, it came right back and all. But this is what this HCG is made out of. Let me tell you, it's made out of the urine extracted from a pregnant woman. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. It's made out of the urine extracted from a pregnant woman. Because what it does is it tricks your body into thinking that you're pregnant and carrying a fetus. Are you following me? And so any extra calories, it feeds a non-existent baby. In other words, they just dissipate and go into no place, go nowhere.
That's
you
right.
follow what I'm saying?
Right.
And so you start losing weight
day.
because there's no fetus there eating. You understand? And it gets rid of only good fat, bad fat, because you have good fat in your body. And you can lose muscle and don't even know you're losing it. Are you following me?
That's
For example, y'all have seen some old men and they got that big fat roll on the back of their neck. You know what I'm talking about?
The preacher neck, right.
That's called a Dower's hump. A Dower's hump.
Yep.
And it will make the Dower's hump go away. Something bad like that. Or women that have trouble spots on their body with fat in the wrong places, it'll take that fat away and leave the good fat there. You don't want to come out with a flat ass. You understand what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. You know what I mean, right? Taking all the wrong fat, I'm talking about a professional diet like athletes and people that play acting roles, and they have to lose 50 pounds in 2 months or something like that. You know what I mean? Or get ready for a fight. Right. You got to make weight and all that. But you got to be healthy when you fight. You can't have your energy down. You can't lose muscle. You got to be... This is what I'm talking about right here. Do you understand? A real diet, a professional diet. But if you're not disciplined, don't even fool with it. Once you start saying, 500 calories? Ain't no goddamn way. All right, that's it. You gone. That's it. There you go. Because it's mind over matter. If you don't mind, it don't matter. It won't take you long. Just like you created a habit of overeating, you can change that habit. And anything that you do as far as eating habits, if you sustain it for 6 months, it becomes your normal body weight and becomes what your body requires. If you're overweight, you've been overweight because you've been overeating for a long time and eating the wrong things for a long time. That's what's killing black people right now. You know what I mean? It's being overweight and eating the wrong kind of diet. That's what's killing black people. And it's my job to make sure that I help you maintain your body to get you over the hump. You hear me? So please have patience with me. All right, that next question.
Is there anyone here that's new or saw our TikTok ad or saw our TikTok promotion to come to class? We'd love to welcome you home if you're here. We forgot to do that in the beginning of the class.
I love you. Anybody here for the first time, please let us know. We love you. We want to welcome you home. Say it again.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I just wanted to give everybody a chance to share their spiritual experiences, if you're new or not. If it's your first time, second time coming to class, let us know so we can welcome you home.
And we are a family, right? We have fireside chats sometimes. All right. Anybody have a question they'd like to ask?
I do.
Very good.
I was listening to a past class, and you were talking about a seal. You were saying that as long as you have the seal, that you won't basically suffer on this earth, or when the world ends, basically, you won't be you won't feel any of that.
I'll tell you where you can find that. I want you to look up King James, Revelations, the seal during the apocalypse. Those that'll be spared with the seal on their forehead. Go ahead.
Yeah. Basically, my question was kind of how do you know you have the seal, and how do you make sure you keep the seal till the very end?
It's just like a relationship. The same thing it takes to get your baby gonna be the same thing it takes to keep her, right? You can't, go out your way to start being positive and good all of a sudden. I made it, and then as soon as you get there, then turn back into a sphincter muscle. You understand? It's not. That's the wrong. That vibration is not allowed there. You follow? But that seal is very real. Many of you have gotten photographs of me with a light in my forehead. How many bear witness to that?
Sure.
I do.
I do.
All right.
Yeah, I do.
So go
It's
back
a green seal.
That's right. That's right. It's the six-pointed star and crescent. That's the seal of the ever-living Creator. When you go to the Bible, it says, "Behold, I looked at Mount Zion, and there stood a Lamb, and with him 144,000, with their father's name written in their foreheads." Are you following what I'm saying? All right? And they'll all be gowned in white. I want to let you know, too, Asar, and all of you know, that these gowns are just that. They're religious garb. They are not outfits and clothes to wear to be stylish. That's not what they are. They're purified, holy garb. You understand? To be gowned in white is not like an outfit to be sharp. It's not that. It's not that at all. If that's what you're thinking it is, you got it wrong, okay?
Yeah.
It's a loose, very loose-fitting garment, right? Okay.
Right.
But know that is real. Now, somebody on Telegram kept saying, "Yeah, I see that six-pointed star on your forehead," and I corrected the sister. I said it's a six-pointed star and crescent. That's 7, because what it represents, basically, the six-pointed star is like 2 inverted pyramids, 180 degrees pointing up and 180 degrees of knowledge pointing down. That represents 360. And it also, with the crescent, it represents the 7 major prophets, from Adam to Muhammad. Are you following what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And Muhammad is the crescent. And that's the seal of the ever-living Creator. When you read Revelation, it says, during the apocalypse, when everybody's being terrified by these beasts, they're being attacked by these beasts and things, these terrible beasts will run up to you and look at your forehead. And if they see that light there, they turn away from you and go and get a nigga that ain't got it and tear his natural ass up. You understand what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they keep working on him. You understand? Now, I had an example of that. I was in the spiritual realm in like a shotgun house. And I walked to the doorway and I stood outside and looked, and then some crabs were coming down in the ark. They were white on the front and powder blue on the side, shaped kind of like rectangles, except they had a slope in front. One landed, and the front door raised up, and boy, that was a powerful nigger beast there. I mean, power. You talking about muscles on top of muscles and evil looking with big teeth. That thing must have weighed 500 pounds, man, and it wasn't fat. It was just huge, and it ran straight at me. I didn't flinch. I just stood there, and he got in front of me and was staring straight at my forehead. And then he just turned his face to the right and started running down the sidewalk to a street. When he got to the street, he dropped down on all fours and transformed into a dog and started running across the street. But he was looking at that seal and that light in my forehead. He could see that. The same way, when I met Malachi in the flesh for the first time this time, I saw all that light around him. And many years later, when he was talking to me on ADX in Colorado on the phone, he said, "Guess what I was staring at while you were staring at my light?" I said, "What?" He said, "I was staring at your light." You know, so that spiritual light is not something everybody can see. But I can tell you something about a camera.
Okay.
A camera can pick up things sometimes the human eye can't see. Know that. You know? And just like when you take pictures, you used to take pictures of people with a Polaroid, and then later on, when you get the picture, you look at it, you saw a lot of little bubbles and dots, little white balloons or whatever all around, like bubbles all around the picture. Remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, all those little balloons and dots, those were spirits. You're constantly surrounded by good and bad spirits that are reading your aura. And if you have negative thoughts, your aura shows up as a red shift or amber. And they drop down in your head and possess you. And you start doing things evil and you don't even know why. Saying and doing evil things. But if you're positive, they read your aura and it's green or blue or violet. The good ones, they drop down in your head and inspire you with good thoughts, and all day long you're thinking of ways to make people's life and existence better. You're thinking of ways that will improve and make their life better. That's the difference between a demon and a god. It's thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
You hit on that earlier, Walter. It's all a thought world. And if you got negative thoughts, you're creating a negative reality for yourself and everybody around you. And if you got positive thoughts, you're creating a positive reality for yourself and everybody around you. So know that. The power is yours. Don't be thinking that Obama or Trump and all these being the power is you. You are the power. You.
That's right.
All right, next question.
Yeah, I just want to touch on that too. Like you were talking about the spirits that you see in the Polaroid cameras and the Polaroid pictures. I learned about that in photography school. I think his name was William Mumler, I think, but he actually photographed these spirits even back in the 1800s. You know, he photographed these spirits. Y'all can look this up, check it out for yourself. But he photographed these spirits that I want to talk about. So
send it to me, please.
I will.
Yeah, but all these things.
What? Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say everything you're saying about that is absolutely 100% true. It's the real.
Oh yeah, it's real. The spiritual realm is directly parallel to the physical realm, and it's very, very real. Just like if I ask you wherever you sit right now, if you're a physical or spiritual being, the only honest answer you can give is you're both. It's that you're not aware of. But one, that's the physical being, because you can see, hear, feel, smell, taste, and touch it. That's what you see in the mirror. But that's not the most significant aspect of you, because that light is the life in man. Your spirit body is what projects the illusion of a lower self. That's the one that you're talking to when you say, I'm in here talking to myself. Or the one that's still looking when you close your eyes at night and it's dark. That's the one that sees things in your dreams. Or can see the past or the future. That's the real you. Or the heart, the inner heart that people break when disrespectful children or mates say something to you and they break your heart. They don't break the pump that pumps blood. They break your emotional, spiritual heart. Right? And, you know, I can tell when people are disgruntled or unsatisfied with something by their tone, believe me. And usually it just takes a simple thing like contacting me and talking with me, and you find out that everything is all right. And it's just that the way you were looking at it is what confused you or brought you to that negative perspective. You follow me?
I'm
not here to do it for anything negative, no negative reason. But we got confused. Mm-hmm. We got confused on what the purpose of what our discussion was. It's like losing weight. If you think you know what a diet is and you don't know what a diet is, you only think you do, then we're not on the same track. We're not on the same page. So it's easy for you to get irritated when you think, no, I know what wait a minute. No, okay. You got it? You know what you got it. You know what I'm thinking. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But now just suppose you don't know what I'm thinking. You're not even close. You was thinking something completely different. Then you would be upset. You understand me?
Mm-hmm.
All right. There you go. Now, next question.
Well, I had a spiritual experience real quick before anybody else jump in here. Short story. I have been having... Short story, I have been dealing with bursitis in my left thigh since I was a teenager. And it had got like real bad a couple days ago. And I called Amun. And ever since then, I could sleep on that side now, and I have had no pain at all since he sent me light that night. And thank you, Messiah. I appreciate you for that.
I love you.
I love you too.
Next question. Next question.
I got one.
What about?
Oh, go ahead, brother.
What about implants? Like, because I got one in my ear.
What about what?
Implants.
Implants?
Yeah.
Where? In the top of your nose or your ear, or where? Where?
I got one in my ear.
Yeah. All right. What does it describe it? Have you had it all your life?
Yeah, I think I had it in my left. It didn't move to the right one or something like that.
Okay. Well, what happens is that many of you children belong to extraterrestrial families, and you're hybrid children, right? Like there are women that have been abducted and impregnated with alien seed. You follow me? And they put implants in their children so they can monitor your whereabouts and your condition all the time. And they put implants. I have one in my upper nasal cavity, right? But and a lot of children that have these implants, they frequently have nosebleeds and different things like that, or think they hear voices. That's a result of these implants, and they can move because they are organic and metallic, like Nibiru. They're sentient, you know. But that would be a strong indicator. When you say implant, for example, what you're saying is that it's not something part of your natural anatomy, but that it was artificially placed there. That's what you're telling us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that would indicate it's probably not your normal physician or medical system that's doing that, but maybe some extraterrestrial beings. Are you following me? So sometimes you can just reason things out. Okay, son?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But it's not bothering you in any way, is it?
Uh-uh.
But you are aware of it. Okay. Very good. Keep us posted about that and any other things that may cause you to imagine or wonder. There was another person that had a question.
I remember you were talking about the extraterrestrial that came down and they cut his body up into pieces, put him in separate barrels, and try to ship him around the planet. But yet and still, he still got out. Could you kind of elaborate on that and what his name was? Because I completely forgot.
I don't remember that, son. I don't remember saying anything like that. Okay, well, there was it was something that I saw maybe that was about that. Maybe somebody mentioned it in class. That was a guy. It was a black extraterrestrial that was cut up into many pieces, and every time he came back, maybe I'm getting that confused with the Zulu extraterrestrial as well. What they were talking about. They're some bad boys. Only thing I know about is that two Egyptian brothers got into it, and the agreeable brother was invited to a party by the evil one, and the evil one gave him a gift of a perfect sarcophagus or coffin, and then asked him to try it on, and he trusted his brother, got in, and they sealed it up. And then later on, his brother ordered the guard to cut him up into 14 pieces, and then to spread all those pieces of his body out all along the Nile River. And later on, they sent out a team to gather up all the pieces of his body, except one thing, his phallus. They never could find his penis, right? So that's why at the opening of the mouth ceremonies now, when they mummify the being, they stand them up prone, facing the Sirius star. And then they say the magic words, and their soul leaves their body and goes back home to Sirius, right? But they erected a golden phallus, a golden penis, and strapped it on his body to replace his old phallus. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
That was a Tsar. was his name, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
You can look that
I
up.
actually know what you're talking about.
Say it again.
When you was, I understood like what Walt was talking about, because there was a time before that you said similar to that story of
Not that.
a guy.
Go ahead.
Well, I wouldn't say he was getting cut up, but it was like I think it was like maybe like the government or something. He was talking to the guy was talking to somebody, and every time he would try and help or something, like they would just try and like dismantle him and like kill him or something, and then he would come back.
I think his name was Simeon Toko.
That's him. That's what I was thinking. Thank you, Danny.
Oh, Danny, but you didn't hear me say that, did you?
No, I haven't come across any.
And that's where I got
him, but I know who they're talking about.
Okay, could you send that to me, Danny?
Yeah,
I would be curious to know about it, but I know that didn't come from me.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, yeah, and maybe I got that story mixed up with the story you just gave us, the information you just gave us. So yeah, that was my fault.
I tell you what, it's like Yanu says, when you take that long walk on that short path with us, the amount of information that flows into you is remarkable, and it would baffle the ordinary pedestrian. The average person walking the street, they would be amazed. They couldn't even conceive of how much information is going into you from us. You understand? So it's very easy sometimes to get some of your wires crossed. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I'm proud of you all, and I love you. Go ahead, sister.
So I noticed that in Hollywood that they are like the higher ups, they'll clone like celebrities and stuff like that. My question basically is do they make their own clones of like the different celebrities, or do they find like, because you remember how you said we all have like 7 clones?
Yeah.
So my question is like, do they make their own clones, or are they like finding the celebrity
They
clones?
will find lookalikes and people in your family line. Yeah, understudies. In the same way that they have movie extras, when they come to a dangerous action part, they'll find somebody that can pass for you to do that part or that role, and then they can tweak that person until they dial in till people couldn't tell the difference. Are you following me? Surgically and cosmetically, you know what I mean.
Oh, okay.
I think, tell you something interesting you might want to see, Jasmine, is look up Shaquille O'Neal, the basketball player, trapped in a glitch, frozen in a glitch, YouTube. Shaquille O'Neal, frozen in a glitch, YouTube. You can look it up right now while we're on the phone. It'll fascinate you.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
I've seen that video too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next question.
Literally stuck in time.
Yeah, he was frozen. He was just immobile and frozen like petrified wood.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And Danny, you recently got another healing package from me too, right?
Yeah, I'm still working on that I got from you like 2 weeks ago.
Very good, very good. Okay. Are you looking and feeling any better?
Yeah, like you said, don't eat any meat. I haven't been eating any meat, which is I would say, yeah, my stomach feels pretty good. I usually have stomach problems. I do fast regularly. Like I don't get up and have breakfast in the mornings and stuff, so I'm used to fasting. But yeah, the pills, the
capsules,
and the colon ones are working a lot. Those are really flushing my system out. So yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I have something else I was going to send, like the SAR, an additional aid to help him clean himself out. That's very, very effective, beyond your wildest dreams. But those herbs will really, really help you in a lot of different ways, and they're good for preventative reasons. They'll help, prevent a lot of things that may be happening. A lot of you all call me up and ask me about herbal packages and don't realize that at some level of your consciousness, you see something coming, and you want to avert obstruction. So you call me in advance, and you prevent that cancer or whatever it is from surfacing. You understand?
That's right. Yeah.
Give yourself credit.
I can testify
You know more.
to that.
You know more than you think you do.
Yeah. I can testify to that, Amun, because when I was telling you about my bladder, my gallbladder having that stone on it that they wanted to remove, I got to go get another ultrasound. But even before that, I just said, man, something's going on. I don't feel it's right. And what he said to me was that, the same thing that an animal would do or a dog would do was go out and eat grass.
Greens,
and I was feeling like greens, and that's what I was doing. Like even before all this stuff had even started, I really had the urge to eat a lot of green beans, snap peas, and green things before even all this happened. And he sent me the Healer package, and I can literally testify that to the day that it's definitely working. Again, it's like I'm losing natural weight. I'm not losing any unhealthy type of fat like he was saying earlier. It's literally stuff that doesn't belong on my body.
That's right.
Dissipating.
And those toxins are what make you sick, But like I said, that what you call colon cleanse is really a full body cleanse, because it doesn't work like a laxative that liquefies your stool and you can become laxative dependent upon it, right?
That's right.
What it does, it's electric herbs, and it stimulates the muscles in your colon and all the arteries and veins in your body, so that it stimulates muscles to make them ripple and move things forward naturally, like a snake in a way. And it'll be solid stew. You know what I'm trying to say. I don't like to get too descriptive, but you hear what I'm saying. It's not like taking X-Lax or nothing like that. It's not like X-Lax where you get to the red light and have to grab your ass. It ain't like that. You ain't got to squeeze your cheeks, Yeah.
No, you don't.
And run like a penguin to the bathroom.
And then blow the bathroom up.
It ain't like that.
Well, unless you're a truck driver,
no.
you kind of.
Huh?
I said when I'm taking those them herbs you gave me as well.
Yeah.
Sometimes it'd be hard for me to take it because when I be driving, I do feel it coming. So
Well, the thing is what it is you might see. We all have different bowel habits. You hear me, Jasmine?
Mm-hmm.
See, like the woman I was with, I had 3 children for. Man, I used to call her loose butt. When she was a baby, they used to call her Kazaboo-Boo. They used to call her Kazaboo-Boo for a nickname, right? Because when she knocked on the door and say, I got to use the bathroom, you better run out or you look on the floor in front of the bathroom and there it is. You know what I'm talking about? It would just drop, she wasn't bullshitting. So she could take one of those capsules where I was taking 5, because my mother and I, we always suffer from constipation. But people are everywhere up and down that line. Some people, like you, may not suffer from constipation very often. And some people do, you understand? Have a lot more sluggish system. You know what I mean? So that would mean that you would test it. You would take like 1 or 2 and see how that feels. And if you need more, then increase it to 3 or 4. Do you understand what I mean, Jasmine?
Yeah.
But you have to regulate it. But if I tell you to take 4 or take 3, and you really are one person, that ain't gonna work for you like that. You understand what I mean? Because you hear him knocking at the door. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when I saw Convoy, it's hard to stop it because I used to take those capsules that Amun's talking about, and you literally have to be sleeping next in the bathroom just to get up and use the bathroom.
I remember the singer James Zinger, he used to tickle me, man. He talk about, man, Amun, I took that stuff, I go to the bathroom and do piles of shit. I said, okay, man, I said, brother, I got you. I understand. That's good. He said, man, I like to run track. It'd be the wind can blow through, man. Piles of shit. Yeah. I said, okay, all right.
I love you, man.
Yeah.
I love you.
I got you. That's too explicit. But next question.
Rahul, but I've got a question.
Okay. Your question is, sister?
Oh, just 5 minutes ago, I had a blackout. My electric just came out.
Yeah. Is this is Anne, right?
Yeah, I have to light 2 candles there. I've got 2 candles.
Cheryl, are you here?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. You know, I sent you a healing package also. Have you been taking your herbs?
No, I haven't started them yet because I'm taking other stuff as well.
Okay.
So I've got them in.
Well,
yeah.
you got them. I just want to make sure that you had enough of everything to last you a while. You hear me?
Yeah, I know, and it won't run out. Don't worry.
Okay, I love you. Now, Anne, you were saying?
Yes, my light I had the light on, it just went off, just like everything just went off, my monitor screen and my, everything went off, so I feel
you think that's related to Iran and what's happening over there?
I don't know, my electric went off, and I don't know what the excuse that it's a blackout or whether it's the electrical.
Well, sister, you gonna be in light continuously because I love you. You gonna be all right.
You think?
I know.
Anyway, I've got a question. Anyway, you know the significance of the trumpet, the trumpet going off, and the red moon. Is it both the same?
Yeah, they're both signaling the same event. The return of the Messiah, or the end of the world, however you want to look at it. The end of their world, and the beginning of yours. Let me emphasize that. When you look at the war in the Middle East or what have you, that is their war, not yours.
Okay.
All right?
Good to know.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's why England, even England itself is not directly involved. Are you following me?
Yeah.
Right.
Good.
That's a Trumpian problem.
I'm going to show off security when I go back to England next week.
Oh, yeah. Well, grab me some of that island and send me some of that sunlight before you leave.
Will do.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm sorry that you and old Danny didn't meet while he was down there. Which island are you in again?
St. Vincent.
Okay, yeah, he was in Jamaica. All right, send us some sunshine, and I love you. Next question.
Oh, I have a question.
I'll do my best.
So how we were just talking about like the seal and then like how okay, basically my question is as the world is like, as their world is going to an end,
right?
Are we basically gonna be here physically seeing the world going to an end, or is it like we would like that's when we go into like the shams and then like we come back once like
very good question. And the answer is that some of you that have extraterrestrial direct family contacts, the crafts are coming to you now, and you're starting to see them out your peripheral vision and around. They're making their presence known. They're letting you know that they're there for you and they're waiting. And, of course, they're going to take you back home to your home planet, right? But others of you are going to be left behind, not for a bad reason, but because there's going to be a new heaven and a new earth that you're going to be left here to terraform or repopulate the new world. Are you following me?
Oh, so that's when like.
And all the devils are saying, "Yeah, I'm one of them." No, you're not. You one of them going to hell, nigga. go ahead. Yeah. You're gonna be part of a new shit. Nothing. Yeah.
I was saying so
all that old evil is burn out. Go ahead on.
I was basically saying, as long as you're like here on this physical plane, this earth, right? As long as you have the seal, you'll basically just we'll see like what everything is going on, but we just won't be affected. So basically, like if you are left on this earth, correct?
Say it again.
I said basically, if you were on this earth and you wasn't taken up with the shams, as long as you have the seal, you won't be like affected. Right.
You're protected. You'll be all right. You'll be in the new heaven and new earth. Nothing bad can touch you with that seal. Not even death can snatch you out of my arms, because you have the seal of El-Hayyu, the ever-living creator. Now, Muslims, what they do with their fictitious religion is they go down in prostration and pound their foreheads on the floor over and over again when nobody's not around to create bruising in the forehead area. Are you following me? To try to represent the third eye in a spiritual sense. But that's not it. That teardrop bruise they got right there from pounding their head on the floor. That's not the light I'm talking about. Yeah, that's not the light I'm talking about. Yeah. They're trying to make themselves look spiritual. You understand? In a physical way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I got a lot of things I want to reveal to you all. I want to bring you back also to the book 2, or book 1 rather, Man of Many Miracles. Wasn't authored by Yanun or Malachi, but by all the student answers around him. Now, book 2 is a smaller book, but let me tell you, Evan is hot. With so much sorcery and witchcraft in there, you won't be able to read half of the book. You won't be able to read half of the book without, running through a wall to get away, thinking, God damn, I didn't know it was that much evil. You saw book 2? Oh, no, that's you talking about the wrong thing. What I'm talking about ain't nothing but evil, pure evil. The devil walking the earth, you know. But the one I'm talking about right here, the part 1, there was a section of a testimony where 2 brothers were walking with Imam Issa in Brooklyn at night, and he pointed up to a star and told him, said, I want you to testify to this to the rest of the world. And he took his finger and moved the star to the left and then moved it back to the right for them to see that, right? My point is this. Abraham's brother is right. I do move stars, but he and myself and his father, we're not residents, we're visitors, unlike him. You understand that? That's why he ain't moving nothing except his mouth in secret, in a clandestine effort to gain money and followers and power. Do you understand that?
That's right.
But he is not the Messiah. Not ever will be, never was, and never will be. Believe me, if Malachi Z. York, Panabab Yanun, is not the Messiah, none of his children can be that. You understand? Because nothing can rise above its source. And he already said that none of his children are that anyway, and I know that anyway. I got children too, and they damn sure ain't no Messiah. You understand me? They're not even extraterrestrial. Now, they have special abilities. A lot of them are pretty smart. I got a daughter she's super intelligent, like way too smart, but she's an evil wench. You understand that? She's evil as a snake. And she's beautiful. She's beautiful. She's beautiful, breathtaking, and fast. Man, she can read so fast. She reads so fast, you think she's talking a different language. You understand?
Wow.
But the point of the matter is you know, I was driving her to Atlanta one time when I had my store, the right stuff open. I used to sell Jordan tennis shoes, and I would buy $8,000 or $10,000 worth of them at a time. So we driving along, and I'm teaching her all the way there and all the way back. When we got almost to Millersville to the store, I said, "Well, Dominique, what do you think of everything I've been teaching you?" She was standing out the window all the time. She turned around, looked at me, and said, "Daddy, people tell me I have the devil's eyes." I want to say, bitch.
Wow.
That's it?
What?
That's it?
What?
That's it? I wanted to say your eyes look just like mine, you know, but she didn't stop till she had 2 babies with green eyes like her mammy, you understand? And now she don't want to be bothered with them, right, because they ugly, you understand? I try to tell her braid her hair. She would be beautiful. So she was like, I'm not braiding my, you know, like, I don't want to look like no nigga, no African or something. I was like, okay. Go ahead. You think everything white is great. Yes, you do. You think the devil is God. I know, and he is your God, but maybe he's not the God. That's the problem. At the root of the difficulty, that's the difficulty at the root of the problem. You see? You done put all your eggs in the wrong damn basket, nigga. But anyway, I do love you all with all my heart and soul, and I want you to raise up a bigger class because I'm going to have some revelations that's going to blow your socks off next time, right? Really, I am. So get that message out to the world. Write your testimonies. Support the mission, and get your white gowns. They're not outfits and suits to put on and sharp dressers. That's not what they are. They're not fitted clothes. They're not fitted clothes. They're not outfits. These are sacred spiritual gowns that you wear. Holy garb. You understand what I'm saying? To cover you in white to reflect the fact that you're pure inside those garments, right? It's not like you go to the store and buy a suit or a dress or something to fit exactly. It's not that, okay? I love you all, and I'm getting patches made for them, too. I'm getting patches made for them to sew on them. And what I like to do, and News got a little ahead of me, but I like to hang them up in plastic and put incense on them and smoke them before I send them out, too. It's a lot of things that I like to do, but sometimes you get a little ahead of me. But I love you all. I really do love you, and we are one. Believe me. Now, we didn't perform no miracles tonight, but we're going to belay it for this one time, unless there's somebody here that needs to see it or would like to see it. Okay? I love you all. Nietzsche authority. Go ahead.
One thing. Jasmine, are you here?
Yes.
Can you hear me? Jasmine. Can you give the class the information?
Yes.
For hello? Can you please give the class? Yeah. Can you give the class the information for the information that you had sent me on Messenger for all those who may want to join in on that?
Right. So the quick description of the WhatsApp group is basically we are in the group and we basically give each other assignments, right? So like 1 week, each of us would be the captain of the ship or whatever, and for example, the first week Amanda was the captain and she gave out the assignment of manifesting, and then Cheryl was the next week, and she was the one to talk about we're doing meditation. And then this week it was for me, I was telling everyone to get off the social media and just study on the DVDs and the videos and the books. And so basically we just give each other homework and to practice
I love that.
Up our
I love that
vibration.
I love that. And I encourage that, and I want to be a part, so please send it to me, okay?
I will. We just basically need y'all numbers. But the last thing I just want to say, if you're going to join the group, you got to participate. Don't join the group and you're not going to do anything. We will kind of call you out and ask where you at. So make sure if you actually are going to join the group, you got to do the homework. And you gotta talk about what you learned and stuff like that. So
I love you.
Yeah,
that's a good groundwork for it.
Yeah.
And be encouraged. Everybody that's sincere, be there with us, okay?
Sure.
I love you all.
Thank you, Kiefer.
Yeah, thank you, Amun.
Where do we find it? Where do we find it at?
Well, see, she gonna send it to me. And I'll send it to you all.
Okay.
But if they know all about, send it to Anuka, since she knows a lot of you all's email address. She'll send it to you and forward to you too. All right.
All right, 10-4. Peace and
cool.
Peace.
All right. I love you.